Hey guys, Christina here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to share with you this painting that I was working on, and I used kind of an unusual canvas for it. What happened was I went to Hobbycraft to look for watercolor paper a while back, and I came across these canvases that I've never seen before. They were on their own display and they were in funky shapes. You had like circles and triangles and like a honeycomb shape and a heart shape, and I really liked them. I had no idea how I'm gonna use them. I don't do a lot of paintings, but they were just so unusual, and I thought it would be very interesting to try and come up with a concept that will fit the shape of the canvas. So I decided to get some canvases and see what I can come up with. And then the actual struggle began because, as I said, they had 4 different shapes into different sizes, and I couldn't decide what I wanted. So I pretty much at the end ended up getting all but one of the shapes. I didn't get the heart shape just because I feel like it's really cute, but it would be cute if you have like a child and you want to create some sort of accent for the room, but it's not necessarily something that fits with my style. So I got the triangle one, the circle one, and the honeycomb one. And I came home and I realized that I have absolutely no idea what I want to paint on the canvases, but I really wanted to use them, and I really really wanted to let people know where they can find these canvases and that they exist, because I've never seen them before. So as I said, I got them from Hobbycraft. If you're in the UK, I'm pretty sure you can still find them. I've never seen them before. I don't know if they just now arrived in the Hobbycraft near my home, but yeah, I was really excited, and they're not that expensive, so it is a lot of fun to get one and see what you can come up with. But anyway, so I got them, I brought them home, and I realized I had no idea where I wanted to start with them. I didn't know what I wanted to paint, and I was looking at the triangular one, and initially I was thinking about doing something like the character in the middle and then have like her hair kind of like floating in that triangular shape throughout the canvas. But then I kind of scrapped that idea, and I had this vision of this woman with a bow and arrow, and I've always liked the way that the upper part of your body kind of creates this triangular shape when you're shooting with a bow and arrow. So that was my inspiration. It's not some piece that has, deep meaning behind it. I just really wanted to create something that would work well with the shape of the canvas, and I was kind of going for a specific style. I wanted it to be very kind of stylized and with really simple shading. There is almost no shading in this piece, and that was intentional. I didn't want to do a lot of mixing of colors. I wanted to keep the color palette very simple, and yeah, so that was kind of like my goal. Those are my intentions when I started working on this piece. So to come up with the sketch, what I did was I initially tried to, I traced the canvas onto a sheet of paper, and I cut out that same shape out of the paper, and I tried to sketch it in that triangular shape, but I found that it was almost impossible for me to fit the body exactly how I wanted it. So what I ended up doing is I did like a full body sketch of someone who's shooting with bow and arrow, and then in Photoshop I fit as much of that sketch as I wanted within that triangular shape. I printed that out, and I then put like graphite on the back of the paper, and I transferred it onto the canvas that way. I used a black multiliner to trace over the lines, because even though it's a very simple piece, there were some line details that I wanted to keep visible, and so I traced over with the multiliner. And then for the painting portion, I really only used, I want to say, mainly three colors. The color for the background and the color for her hair came pretty much straight out of a tube. I added some white to the background color because the original color is a bit intense. And then for the hair color, I did add a few different shades of kind of like browns and orange, I think I added as well, just to create the exact shade that I was going after. But when I'm saying I added a tiny bit, it was really, really a tiny bit. And when I was done with the base color in the hair, I just kept adding different colors to that to create the darker shades that I used for some of the strands of her hair, and then for the clothes that she's wearing, and for the bow itself. And I also used metallic paint for this piece as well. I think it was copper paint that I used. Yeah, it was copper. And I don't think I've ever used the copper paint before, and I really like the way it worked with the browns. I used my white Posca pen to outline some details, and then I went back in with the black multiliner just to go over some bits that were covered up with paint. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I did. I'm overall pretty happy with this piece. It is the style that I wanted it to be. It has the general feeling that I was going for, so I'm really happy with it. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've ever used canvases in different shapes. It was my first time seeing them, so I got really, really excited. So let me know what you think. Like this video if you enjoyed watching me work on this painting. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.